Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a few years since we've taken a look at the Athearn ES44AC, so we've got the latest run to take a look at right now. MSRP is $299.98. We've got the CP, the BNSF, and the UP schemes to take a look at, so let's get started right now. Okay, last time we unboxed a Union Pacific ES44AC a few years ago. Let's go ahead and do the BNSF this time. There's your box end. They have the nice new graphics they've been doing for a couple years now. Warranty card, Athearn's news flyer, more warranty information, and the manual, which hasn't changed. It's always been nice. It looks like it's the same here. Same type of manual. It's got exploded parts. It's got DCC commands. It's got the trucks. It talks about warranty again. And it gives you some prototype information on the first page here. So, people have asked that I started including prototype information. So, if you think I should, comment below and I'll try to put a little pop-up video thing like the 90s VH1 thing or whatever with some prototype information about the stuff that we review here. What I've got here is the inside of the box. Probably doesn't sound nearly as bad in real life as it does on camera. Those little squeaky boxes. Oop, trying to start up here. I better not keep it on the truck yet. But looks like they changed their foam to, whoops, like a hardened foam, if that's the case, or if I just got the lucky replacement foam, I'm not sure. But this is a lot more. The other stuff was basically styrofoam, or no, some sort of plastic foam. This is like dense foam here. Not a big deal, but you got to protect those handrails where you can. So now that we've gotten everything on the box, I'm going to bust out all three schemes. We'll take a look at all three schemes, and then we'll get into operation. Well, there you have all three schemes in front of you. We're going to take each one, kind of do a 360 in front of the camera. I'll be Vanna White or Vanna Brown or James Brown or whatever. But show you guys the details. What's really impressive on these is the three-dimensional depth in the cabinets here on the side. See-through fan grills. Dynamic brake area up here. Just pretty impressed with how they have all this detail crammed into here. We've got a three-dimensional mold, so these have a separation and sit on top a little more than just being in the mold. A lot of separately applied details on these, but since we're spending a lot of time showing the three different schemes, I'll skip over all the terminology, but you can see it in the first review of the Gevo if you'd like. UP, obviously, nice detail. Again, that three-dimensional look. A lot of separately applied grabs. Everything separately applied in terms of grab irons. Looks like they made a little attempt to weather the intakes back here, the radiator fan grill intakes. MU hoses, McHenry couplers. We'll weigh these guys too. That's why I'm not taking the time to blabber off a lot of details. BNSF's beautiful. It's got all of them have lift rings, but they've got each their own road name specific details as well where it applies. Flip that around there. Cab mirrors, handrails, etc. Couple stanchions popping out. Just pop those back in, not a big deal, but they've seemed to have made a note to glue the stanchions in, because I haven't had nearly the problems that were had in the 90s or in the early 2000s with Athearn models where stanchions were popping out all the time. So pretty cool on the detail level. I think I'm going to take Canadian Pacific and zoom in really close for you, so you can see some of the up close detail without my fat fingers in the way. A little fat fingering here, right there we go. Okay, so just real nice detail on the locomotive in general. I can't say enough about these. They seem to have a nice weight to them, but we'll actually get to the weight and pulling test. But overall, seeing the detail level, you can easily see why these have sold out on the first run and quickly sold out on the second run. I believe they've already sold out on the second run. I'm not sure. They're selling like hotcakes, I know that. I'm going to set this right here and point out one road name specific detail that just popped to me right now. And that is the, like on the Canadian Pacific, you see the MU receptacle there, none here because that's not done on the UP. So things like that are the differences that Athearn looks at between the two road names, or all the road names of the stuff they produce, and that's why they tout the road name specific details, because they look at what's different about a model and they make those differences based on road name. Alright, let's get into some weight and operation. My wife loves stealing this for the kitchen, so it's a little dirty. So we've got it on ounces. Let me make sure we're flat here. Tear it out. And I always rotate the model so you can see the different schemes with different things we're going to do in this video here. So we have 20.5 ounces. That's a pound and 4.5 ounces, by the way. 0.582 kilograms and 582 grams for this locomotive. Let me go ahead and put this on the track, which track's already powered on, so you'll hear startup. We'll just check out some sounds here. Bell. Horn. Horn does sound different from the first run. Sounds improved. I like that. Looks like maybe Tsunami took another look at that. Some other sounds as well. F4's dynamic brakes. We'll just go over one more in the sake of time. F10 coupler. There you have it. There's a lot of other sounds available too. Those are just some of the quick ones. Let's go ahead and get head on and look at the headlights. F0 for the headlight. F5 for the ditch lights. And I accidentally hit F8, which turns the mute. So there you have it. Ditch lights stay steady, just like on BNSF prototype for when the horn is sounded. You can obviously change that if you like flashing ditch lights or something by messing with configuration variables. But overall, looks pretty good. Headlights are still incandescent. Handrails are still plastic for the folks out there that don't like that. For those of you that wanted to see the headlight and ditch lights a little better, I killed some lights so you can see that. And turning the headlights off and on, it has a little bit of a dimming effect instead of just going straight out. I'm going to tear out the pull tester to 0. Muted the sounds. We're going to go ahead and move this thing. Getting a pull test of 3.5. As you can see with the sounds muted, the motor's pretty quiet. The noise was actually coming from the wheels doing the bad things to the rails there, but overall pull test of 3.5 ounces, which is pretty good for diesels. And definitely good for the size and the plastic. Well guys, that wraps up my review on the Athearn ES44AC. MSRP again is $299.98. Your call on whether you grab one. I would say if you're on the fence last time and they sold out, you might want to get one this time, because I don't know how many more times companies will produce locomotives before saying, okay, we've got enough in the market, or the market demand is met for the locomotives. But overall, 3 nice paint schemes, nice details. I hope you got to see everything you wanted to. Decent, or really nice weight, pretty good pull test, and the incandescent bulbs, plastic handrails are still in play for those, like I said, that had wondered about that being changed. Still in play on these locomotives. The horn seemed different to me from the first run, but I could be mistaken. I'd have to go back and check my file footage on that. But overall, it looks like we've got the same products with the great detail that Athearn produces. They're doing a really good job, and there's obviously demand for these because they were just gone everywhere from the market shortly after they released the last time. With that said, I'm going to leave you with a run-by for one of my newer scenes on the layout, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.